What's happening, everybody? It's the Miami Football Fanatic here again. Happy to have you guys back. And we've got some more Dolphins free agency news or team news. Mike Pouncey has been released after reportedly declining to take a pay cut. I think we wanted to slash his pay by half this year. And obviously Pouncey wasn't interested in sticking with the team on that much of a pay cut. I think it was we wanted to cut his pay by $4 million. And obviously it wasn't happening. He wanted to move on, and the Dolphins have moved on. And honestly, this was a move in the making. Pouncey's hips the past 2 years have just been absolutely shot. I mean, it started with one side, now the other hips, both hips, they probably are degenerative at this point. I mean, he's had multiple surgeries. He had stem cells injected, trying everything possible to get those hips back to shape. But he was playing in pain all year last year, and you could see that on the field. He wasn't his same athletic self. Wasn't running down the field as easily. He was excellent as a pass blocker, but he really couldn't get it going as a run blocker, because that's why he was one of the best centers in the league. His pass blocking and his run blocking were just as equally impressive, and you really didn't see that last season. So it's the end of an era. He's been our center the last 8 years. A great leader in the locker room, awesome guy in the community, in the Miami community. He really embraced, the Davie area, the Miami area. It was awesome in the community. Just one of the pillars of our franchise, and it's another one of our most talented players gone. Even though his play had dipped off, he still was a pretty productive center, and was one of the best in terms of pass blocking, but wasn't interested in staying on the team with his salary cut in half. Can't blame him. I mean, why would you want to stay on a team like the Dolphins at this point? We're kind of running in circles. Like a team's got, I don't know, they got no, like it might seem like they do have a purpose, like we're building for the 2018 season, but until we fix that quarterback position, Tannehill just isn't the guy. I don't see anything happening. So another pillar, another cornerstone of the offense, of the team, of the offensive line is gone. It is a sad day for us Dolphins fans. He has been with the team for nearly a decade now, was one of the best players on the team, just one of the cornerstones, one of the leaders of the locker room, one of the leaders on the offensive line and for the team. So it's going to be weird seeing him in a different uniform, but obviously he's done what's best for him. Didn't want to take that massive pay cut, and I can't blame him. He earned that contract, and didn't want to be paid like a second-rate center. So good for him for sticking to his guns and looking for a better future for himself and his family. I really didn't see this move happening this off-season. I really thought we're going to do it after this coming season, when we would have saved much more money on the cap releasing him, but he is making a similar salary next year, so it won't make much of a difference. But I really saw him playing through this season and us cutting him next year. But obviously both sides couldn't come to an agreement, and it's happened a season earlier, and now we're looking for a new starting center. I'm going to be doing a video on the guy we did trade for, but he's no Mike Pouncey, this Daniel Kilgore, but he will be a nice fill-in. We really should be drafting a center-type player this year. I really love James Daniels from Iowa. That guy is pretty similar to Mike Pouncey, and probably even more like explosive and quick and more athletic than Pouncey. So I think he worked perfect for our zone blocking scheme from Iowa. Billy Price is another guy I really like. Even though he did have an injury at the combine, that is a bit of a red flag. I mean, tearing your pec, doing the bench press, but he still is a solid player. We might be looking at him, but he definitely is going to slide down a couple rounds now, Billy Price, after that injury at the combine. I mean, it's a major red flag. You don't want a player, that gets injured in that kind of setting. So he's an option. I really like Frank Ragnow from Arkansas too. He is a great center, but similar to Billy Price, had some injury issues, especially this season. He only played like 4 or 5 games for Arkansas, but he's a really talented center. He's awesome. And also Mason Cole from Michigan. That's another solid option. talented center. Similar to Pat Elflein, who got drafted to the Minnesota Vikings from Ohio State. That's another option there. So there's 4 centers in this draft that we could maybe grab in the first 3-4 rounds, and they'll be an excellent replacement for Mike Pouncey, because I really don't see this Daniel Kilgore. I've completely forgot his name now, but Kilgore. But he isn't a long-term replacement for Pouncey, so we got to get that sorted. Alrighty, guys, as always, fins up, baby. Let me know what you think about this move, if it was a year too early or if it was the right thing to do, especially with Pouncey's hip issues. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Going to be talking about our other moves and acquisitions we've made. So I'll see you guys in the next one.